Is there a program where business and professionals both can apply? Is there a program where no LMIA is required? Is there a program where no IELTS is required? Is there a program where you can apply with family and come with family and your kids can study here in Canada free? Well, is there a program where you can live in Canada and do the business? Is there a program which is quicker, which gives you the quicker results? Is there a program which can get you the PR after 1 year? You are dreaming. No, this cannot be true. But this is true. There is a program, and the problem is nobody has explained you. Nobody has explained this program clearly. So, hello friends, this is Sukhmani from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because I am going to explain to you in detail this wonderful program. But before I go ahead, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this process. And please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends. And if you are planning to come to Canada or your file is going on for Canadian immigration, this is the channel you need to subscribe on to. So what is the program? Let's look at it. So this program is called ICT. Now what is ICT? ICT is the main word in this is intra. Intra, not inter. This is intra, within. Within what? Intra-company transfer. Intra-company transfer comes under IMP, International Mobility Program, that allows the multinational companies to transfer their employees from their home country to their parent, to the subsidiary country in other country, right? So here this also allows the foreign businesses to transfer their businesses to Canada and operate from Canada and get themselves a work permit. So this is basically the meaning of ICT, intra-company transfer. And when we say intra-company transfer, the question is who can apply? 3 types of people can apply: businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, businessmen can apply. That's one category. Senior managers or functional managers in that company can apply, and key employees who have a very specialized knowledge. For example, like in IT companies, mainframe or Hadoop or big data, these kind of knowledges which are not so common are in that category. You can take it as a key employee, which is a very valuable employee for your company. So these 3 types of people can apply. If I explain you the same thing graphically, so you see you have a company, for example, in India. And in India, you have a company, parent company, you have set of employees working for you. So before I tell you, please remember to subscribe also. So parent company is there and you have an employee which you want to transfer. So you open up a company in Canada, which is your subsidiary or a branch. And this subsidiary or branch, when you open up a company in Canada, this employee gets transferred. So it moves to Canada. As simple as that. This is the basic gist of ICT, intra-company transfer. So with that, now let's look at what are the categories of ICT. Now, many people only explain one category. Actually, there are 2 categories. Many people call this C12. No, there is one more category and people are not very familiar with the laws. So I'm telling you both the categories. So under this, there are 2 categories basically. The first category is called Canadian interest under the IRPA, Immigration Regulation Protection Act or regulation. This is regulation 205. And the other category is trade agreements. And under this, it comes under R204. So Canada has a lot of trade agreements with many countries. There is agreement with Chile, Peru, many other countries. But the most famous is NAFTA, which is now changed to USMCA. So that NAFTA agreement, which is a 3-country agreement between US, Mexico and Canada. So that agreement is also a part of this. Under this, you don't require a LMIA. There is a LMIA exemption, and the code for LMIA exemption is C12. So many people called ICT C12, which is not correct, because there is also T24, which is also part of the ICT. So T24 is the trade agreements. So somebody has a company in Mexico can transfer to Canada under the trade agreements. So this is T24. So mostly people come under C12. You have a company in India, Pakistan, Dubai, you want to open up a company here in Canada, and that's where C12 comes into picture. So that's the 2 big categories under ICT. Now let's move on to the business immigration. There are different categories. So I have videos on all these categories. You must have seen. If you have not seen, you can have a look on these videos. So there are categories. The first one, of course, is SUV. It's not the SUV drive. It is startup visa. Startup visa, I have a complete video I've explained in detail. And then you have a self-employed category. These two, under the federal, these two are the path to PR. So circled in green. There are temporary paths also, and temporary path is ICT, which gives you the work permit but not the PR directly. I will explain how will you get the PR. So ICT, and then you have C11. Then lastly you can come as a visitor visa. So these are the 3 categories under the temporary residence. Now the requirements for ICT. The requirements for ICT are that the company which you are having in the home company, wherever, India, Pakistan, Dubai, Saudi, wherever the company is, at least they have 12 months before they are expanding into Canada. So they should be operational in that home country for at least 1 year. And the company in the home country, whichever country it is, should be financially sound. They should have good finances. If you don't have that, how will you expand? So that is another prerequisite. Then the applicant, the person who you want to transfer from India to Canada or Pakistan to Canada or wherever, from the home country to Canada, you need to have that person in the company for at least 12 months. In the last 3 years, you just can't hire a person and send them to Canada. No, that's not possible, right? Home company must be related to the company which is the subsidiary. So parent company and the subsidiary should be related to each other. And the Canadian operation should be good, viable, and they should create jobs. So because that comes under the Canadian interest. So Canadian interest can only be there if the Canada gets the economic boost, Canada gets a job because of the new company, and that is why the new company has to have this. So these are the requirements for ICT, intra-company transfer. Now steps in ICT. Well, there are numerous steps, but for ease of explaining, I'm explaining you in just 4 simple steps. The first step, of course, is that you need to have a company registered in Canada. If you don't have a company in Canada, you cannot do ICT. You need to have a company in Canada, and then you need to create a very good business plan. There are many professional companies which help you to make the business plan. There are CAs, there are business creators who help you to get this business plan done. So you can have a professional business plan done, and then there are number of documents, your notice of assessments, your company details, your operations details, all these number of documents are part of them. You need to collect the documents, and then only after you have those documents from the company here in Canada and the company here in India, then only you can apply for work permit. So 4 simple steps for applying to ICT. Now, the duration of ICT can be from 1 year to 7 years. The reason is it depends which position it is and what type of company it is. So the position, if it is a management position, it will be provided 1 year of work permit. But if the company is new, then it is provided 1 year. If the company is already existing, then 3 years work permit can be provided. So it can be extended to 7 years. So 1 to 7 years it can go. For specialized jobs, it is usually 3 years and can be extended to 5 years. So this is the duration of ICT work permit. Now, you have got the work permit. What will your family get? So your family, your spouse will get spousal open work permit. Spousal open work permit means that they can apply for any job, any type of job, any organization they can work for. Spousal open work permit. Your kids, if they are greater than the age of 5, then they will get study permit. If they are less than the age of 5, then they will get extended visitor visa, which means a visitor record. So they will get this, and once your kids have the study permit, they can study here in Canada free of cost and enjoy the Canadian education. So that's what your family will get. Last question which is there is, how will you get PR through ICT? Well, there are many routes to get PR. I am here discussing only one, which is my favorite, which is Express Entry. So Express Entry, after working for 1 year under the Canadian Experience class, under Express Entry, you can apply and you will get the most important thing. You will get 50 to 200 CRS points. Suppose you get 200 CRS points, I mean, you can easily get the PR. So that's the important thing. So again, it depends upon the case to case. There are other routes also like PNP and other routes, which unfortunately I cannot discuss in detail here in this video. But if you need to discuss your own case with us, you are more than welcome. You can book an appointment, and our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone number. Everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Our team puts lots of effort to bring all this information to you. And thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.